Millions and millions of Americans were less than happy to wake up Saturday morning and see a picture of Donald Trump re-emerging from his hiding hole after several days of not being seen by apparently anyone in public. On Friday, speculation started to swirl that maybe something had happened to Donald Trump. Maybe the bruises on his hands and his swollen ankles were too much for his body to take, and that he had died. In fact, the phrase "Where is Trump" was the number 6 trending item on Twitter, with hundreds of thousands of posts actually proclaiming that Donald Trump had in fact died. Pundits, both left and right, were speculating that yes, Donald Trump has either died or he is in the process of dying at the moment. And what made it worse is that the night before, an interview aired with J.D. Vance where he talked about the fact that I've gotten a lot of job training. I'm ready to take over as president of the United States, should that be necessary. But Trump's in great health, he insisted. And when he insisted that, and then everybody's like, well, we haven't seen him for a couple days. And J.D. Vance is over here talking about, I'm ready. Here we go. Put me in, coach. Obviously, there's got to be speculation. But then again, lots of people's hopes were dashed when Trump emerged Saturday morning. However, the man looked like death. I mean, he absolutely looked like he was on his last leg. He did not look healthy. He did not look happy. He did not look like somebody that you think is going to continue making it for another 3.5 years as president. So his reemergence didn't really do anything to stop the speculation that this guy is on his way out. Not to mention, he has repeatedly said, both in a fundraising email and in a recent Fox News interview, that I want to get into heaven. And for somebody who's not religious, to suddenly start talking about religion and the afterlife when they're at this stage in life kind of tells us that maybe Trump has been given some news that the rest of us don't know about. Because this White House is whitewashing everything from the history of the United States to the health history of Donald J. Trump. So we can't trust anything they say. But as of right now, Donald Trump is mobile. He is breathing. He is alive. Unless they're pulling some elaborate Weekend at Bernie's type thing that we can't even fathom. However, this is where things get so much dumber. There's also speculation, and some of this is coming from the right, actually, that the person we saw emerge on Saturday morning was in fact a body double. And they tried to point out, like, look, the skin on his neck is like somehow saggier than usual. The skin is a different shade. We think he's a different height. Look, it's not a body double. Donald Trump did not die. He is not dead. He is in fact still alive. Now, those are the things we know. What we do not know is what actually is going on with his health, right? The White House has said the swollen ankles are chronic venous insufficiency. However, cardiologists have pointed out that, yes, that's a condition, but it's a condition caused by something else 99.9% of the time. And it's never good, as the White House says, like, oh, it's not a problem at all. He's in perfect health. Doctors are like, no, even if it's just caused on its own, it's a sign of something bad happening inside the body. And that's just his physical health. We know his mental health, that's out the window. There is no mental health to speak of at this point regarding Donald Trump. So we don't know what's happening to him on the inside. But what we do know is that it was not a body double. It's not a clone, as some people have said. And he's not dead. He is, in fact, alive. It is still the one and only Donald J. Trump. But his actual health, that is something the White House is definitely keeping from the public. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.